it's the Lawn Gnome, and I am so glad to be back again doing another special tag for May the 4th be with you. Of course, that is Star Wars Day, and last year I cleverly put together the May the 4th be with you tag, and there will be a link provided in the box below because a lot of you are brand new to my channel, so welcome. And if you would like to do this tag, if you are a huge Star Wars fan, I insist that you do. But today we are here because after I made my first May the 4th be with you tag, I had so many other questions that I wanted to ask all of you Star Wars fans. So welcome to May the 4th be with you tag, Episode 2, The Tag Strikes Back. And I am very excited because I've got my Funko Pop Star Wars shirt on, I've got my brand new BB-8 sleep bottoms on, I am ready to begin this tag. I've got 12 new questions, and then of course at the very end I am going to tag some people. So before we begin, we have to do what we did last year. Music Maestro! Wait, stop. What was that all about? Okay, I see where you're going with this. I understand that it's a George Lucas movie, but you're not supposed to do this one. It's not even a John Williams score, for crying out loud. Can we just try this one more time and let's not disagree? Good help is so hard to find these days. Music Maestro! Okay, not quite what I expected, but I got the connection. Let's just go with it. Question number 1. How many Star Wars films have you seen in theaters so far? Well, for me, I actually had the pleasure of seeing all of them. Yes, in 1997, the 20th anniversary of Star Wars happened, and the special editions came out with all of those things that most Star Wars faithful frowned upon, with all those new additional scenes and special effects, but to get the opportunity to see all of the original 3 films on the big screen was fantastic. And of course I was there for the prequel trilogies, and I did in fact see Star Wars The Force Awakens. I even saw the animated Star Wars Clone Wars movie in theaters, and I will be very much looking forward to seeing Star Wars Rogue One this Christmas. Question number 2 is, what action sequence in any of the films is your favorite? Well, I'm gonna go old school and say the speeder bike chase. Always loved the style of the speeder bikes, and when I got to see Return of the Jedi on the big screen, it was just so much more intense, and I absolutely loved it. Question number 3 is, given the chance to own a droid in the real world, which kind would you like? I would have to go with a protocol droid, only because of the fact that one of the things that I've always wanted to do, it's a secret passion, is to learn a ton of languages. And because of the fact that most protocol droids, especially my personal favorite, C-3PO, who is fluent in almost 6 million forms of communication, it would be great to learn a ton of languages. I wonder if a protocol droid knows Elvish. Question number 4. Which score piece do you feel fits the scene perfectly? Well, for that I'm going to have to go with the Imperial March because it's such a classic piece, but the scene where it fits absolutely perfectly is when the audience sees the first reveal of the Superstar Destroyer. Just watch that scene, no matter whether it's on a big screen or on a small screen, you can totally feel the intensity, and then when you see Darth Vader looking out into the stars and seeing his grand army, it's just absolutely awesome. Question number 5 is, which Star Wars actor role outside of the Star Wars universe do you like the most? Well, I don't think anyone is going to be surprised when I say this, but it is Mark Hamill voicing the Joker in Batman the Animated Series and all of the other projects that he worked on with Bruce Timm and the DC Animated Universe afterwards, and I am so excited to see him voice the Joker again in Batman the Killing Joke. Question number 6 is, which expanded universe character, canon or non-canon, do you wish you could see on the big screen? I would have to go with Grand Admiral Thrawn from the Timothy Zahn Hugo-winning award trilogy, which is Heir to the Empire, Dark Forces Rising, and The Last Command. He was such an interesting and intriguing war strategist. I really wanted to know more about his character and his relationship to Palpatine, especially considering the fact that there were no alien races besides humans in that Imperial army, and he was the only alien species that was actually in that army. So I really want to know what made him shine to Emperor Palpatine. Question number 7 is, if you could recast one character in the films, who would you replace with him or her? Well, he was a little young, but if the movies would have come out a little later on in life, I would have totally seen Stephen Amell from Arrow playing Anakin Skywalker. We all know what everybody feels about towards Hayden Christensen, and Stephen Amell is fantastic in Arrow, and I'm kind of excited to see him as Casey Jones in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Will I see that in theaters or not, I have no idea, but he is definitely awesome, and he sort of has a very similar face to Anakin Skywalker, and I just feel that his acting chops would have been so much better in that role. Question number 8 is, which character do you feel left us too soon? Biggs Darklighter. He was Luke's friend, he had a really cute scene with Luke in episode 4, but there's so much more about him that I want to know, especially because of the fact that he had such a great relationship with Luke, and we never really got to see that. I'm pretty sure that there's literature about their friendship, but I really want to see more of Biggs Darklighter. Question number 9 is, what is your honest opinion of the Family Guy Blue Harvest trilogy? Well, the first one is fantastic, and the second and third installments do have some shining moments, but they're not as great overall as the first one, but I do very much like all 3 of them, and I really do appreciate the fact that Seth MacFarlane did them, and I still would love to see the rest of the Star Wars films become these little parodies. Question number 10 is, what is your favorite alien species and why? Again, in regards to things that I still don't know much information about and how everything is so wrapped in mystery, I have to go with the alien race known as the Unnamed, and that is Yoda's race. I want to know why they are so strong with the Force, because Yoda is not the only one on that race in that council. As a matter of fact, there were plenty of Jedi Knights from Yoda's race in the Jedi Order, and I just really want to know so much more about their alien race and how it all happened, plain and simple. Question number 11 is, which planet in the entire Star Wars galaxy would you want to live in? Well, I've got to go with Coruscant, because it is the closest that I can get to my hometown of New York City. I love the cityscape, I love the fact that the entire planet is one big city, and basically when it comes to anything in terms of cities, you can find everything that you ever want in a very short distance. And if your planet is one big city, you can find anything that you need anywhere in the world. And the final question of this tag is, do you feel that the Star Wars and Star Trek rivalry serves any kind of purpose today? Honestly, no. I can understand why it was there at one point. If you ever see the cult comedy classic Fanboys, you will totally understand it a little bit more, but because of the fact that Star Trek has been reshaped for a whole new generation, and I absolutely love the new Star Trek movies, and I'm a huge fan of the Star Trek Next Generation television series, as well as a few of the old films. Let's also face the fact that some are better than others. I just really enjoy both of these franchises, and I really don't think that there should be a rivalry. We can be friends, there's no big issue there, and honestly, the new rivalry these days is Marvel versus DC, but we'll get into that another time. And that is the May the 4th Be With You tag, episode 2, everybody. I'm hoping that you all enjoyed it, and now it is time to tag some people. I guess the real question is, who am I not tagging in this video? Well, I'm going to be naming 15 other YouTubers. Yes, 15 other YouTubers that I know are diehard Star Wars fans that would absolutely love to do this tag. However, if I do not call your name, do not be offended, and please do this tag if you truly are a Star Wars fan, because if I didn't tag you, it just means I didn't know you were a Star Wars fan. So who am I going to be tagging today? I'm going to be tagging Brie Fauché, The Little Librarian, Rachel Wagner, Matthew Aronholt, Rosalicia91, Hannah Lovebook, The Astonishing Ashley, Tracy's Basement, Ryan Jacob, The Bookish Babbler, Chase over at A Few Mixed Reviews, he did the tag last year, I would love to see him do it again, Randomly Bookish Gina, A Passionate Reader, Cineclub, and Brian Lomax Movie Talk. And that's it, everybody. Star Wars fans, rejoice! I have a strange feeling that I will be back here next year with another installment of this Tag Saga. For now, please put your comments in the box below, and I'm always willing to have a discussion about Star Wars with anybody. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy Star Wars Day. May the Force be with you, and actions speak louder than words. Wow, I just realized I don't have the answers.